A disturbing video circulating on social media recently has reignited the debate on India's growing animal activism gone wrong culture. In the viral clip, a woman who had already been injured is seen being slapped and threatened by another woman claiming to represent People for Animals India, an animal welfare organization. The activist is heard shouting, "Tujhe sooli par chada dungi, I will hang you on the gallows," in full public view. A display of aggression that has shocked millions across the internet. What makes the incident even more alarming is the justification offered by some online users. They claim that the assaulted woman had allegedly beaten a dog with a stick earlier. But even if that claim were true, does that justify physical assault? Has the right to raise awareness about animal welfare become a license to resort to vigilantism and violence? India has always stood for compassion for both humans and animals, but the growing trend of extremist animal activism has begun to distort that balance. These so-called animal lovers are acting as moral policemen, deciding whose life matters more, and in their world, it seems a dog's life is valued above a human's. No one condones animal cruelty, but who gave anyone the moral or legal right to slap another person? Activism, however noble in intent, cannot replace the law of the land. This brand of self-righteous activism is dangerous because it legitimizes mob behavior under the guise of compassion. Many of these activists behave as though humans are expendable and dogs are divine. Yet, when it comes to real compassion, their hypocrisy becomes obvious. As thousands of stray dogs suffer on the streets, unfed, untreated, and unvaccinated, these activists are often seen taking selfies while feeding a few strays, not offering shelter or long-term care. Their double standards are striking. They buy expensive foreign dog breeds from pet shops but leave local strays to fend for themselves. They protest against culling yet do nothing to stop the unchecked breeding that leads to more suffering. They demand rights for animals but forget that human beings too have the right to walk safely on public roads without the fear of being mauled or bitten. As many social media users rightly pointed out, if these activists truly love animals, why not adopt them into their own homes? Feeding strays on the street and then leaving them to attack pedestrians isn't compassion, it's negligence disguised as kindness. India today faces an unprecedented stray dog crisis. According to estimates, there are over 60 million dogs in India. Some experts believe the number could be as high as 120 million, and more than half are stray or free-ranging. This makes dogs the most abundant terrestrial carnivore in the country, outnumbering even wild predators. Dog bites are not minor incidents. They are potential death sentences in a country that remains the global hotspot for rabies deaths. The World Health Organization estimates that India accounts for 36% of all rabies deaths worldwide. Every year, 18,000 to 20,000 people die from rabies, most of them due to dog bites. Official data shows the crisis worsening. In 2022, India recorded 21 lakh dog bite cases. In 2023, it increased to 30 lakh cases. And in 2024, 37.1 lakh cases were reported, which is a shocking rise of nearly 75% in just 2 years. Among these, more than 5.2 lakh victims were children under 15 years of age. Despite these alarming numbers, activists continue to push narratives that demonize anyone who dares to raise concerns about public safety. The Supreme Court of India itself has made its position clear. In a 2016 judgment, Justices Deepak Mishra and Amitava Roy observed, "Let not an impression go out that human life is of lesser value than that of dogs. Human life is divine." This statement should serve as a moral compass in today's debate. Protecting animals from cruelty is essential, but not at the cost of human dignity, safety, or life. Yet, under the Animal Birth Control ABC Rules 2001 and the updated ABC Rules 2023, stray dogs must be captured, sterilized, vaccinated, and released back to the same location even if they have a history of attacking people. This framework effectively keeps dangerous strays on the streets, allowing attacks to continue unchecked. Nowhere in the developed world are stray dogs allowed to roam freely in urban areas. Cities like Singapore, Tokyo, or London maintain strict public safety standards. Stray or aggressive dogs are either rehomed or euthanized humanely. India, on the other hand, continues to let them multiply under the pretext of animal rights, ignoring the real victims, humans, especially children and the elderly. The time has come to modernize India's dog control laws, balancing compassion with accountability. Sterilization drives alone are not enough. There must be provisions for removing or isolating aggressive dogs permanently. The woman in the viral video represents a troubling new breed of activists who believe that moral superiority gives them immunity from the law. Slapping, threatening, or abusing others in the name of animal welfare is not activism, it's hooliganism. These individuals often unleash online mobs to shame or harass anyone who questions their methods. They label critics as animal haters or cruel humans, refusing to engage in rational debate. In doing so, they weaken genuine animal welfare work by turning it into a culture of confrontation rather than compassion. Real activism must come from empathy and balance, not aggression and arrogance. It must recognize that humans and animals both deserve the safety and dignity. India, on one hand, is home to a rich tradition of compassion from ahimsa to the reverence of the cow. Animals have always had a sacred space in Indian civilization. On the other hand, unchecked emotional activism and weak urban laws have turned compassion into chaos. This viral incident is not just about one slap, it's about a society losing perspective. While dog bite victims are dying of rabies, activists are busy recording viral videos and threatening citizens. While families mourn the loss of children, social media warriors chant slogans about animal rights without acknowledging human suffering. It is time for lawmakers, civic authorities, and courts to act decisively. India needs stray-free streets, modern pet ownership laws, and responsible activism, not street vigilantism. Compassion should be guided by reason, not rage, because when activism forgets humanity, it ceases to be noble. When protecting animals comes at the cost of human life, it is no longer compassion, it's cruelty in disguise.